Hi guys, we are going to go over your vocab words for this week. We are currently in week 14 and we have 5 words this week just like normal. So the way this will work is each day you will log on and you will see this video or a video very similar to this one. And we will go over your words, just practicing them. I'll give you some examples and try to relate some things to your words that make them make more sense to you. After you watch the video each day, you will hear about 2 spelling city activities that you are to complete per day. So, you've been with me for a while now, so you know that every week I give you 10 spelling city assignments. And I used to let you just work on them as you please, but now I have decided to have you work on 2 activities a day. And I've noticed that there's about half of you, which is about 12 of you, who are not logging on to Spelling City. I don't know if it's because you are choosing not to, or if it's because you don't know your login information, or you don't know how to find it. I'm not sure, but I want you to know that you have an opportunity to earn 20 points each week just from Spelling City. So that could be amazing for your grade if you get those 20 points, and it can be really, really bad for your grade if you don't get those 20 points. So I want to help you. If you don't know how to get on Spelling City, you need to let me know. If you don't know your login information, you need to let me know. If you're struggling and your Chromebook's not working, you have to let me know so that I can help you. So after you watch your video, you will see basically back on your Canvas homepage, you will see the 2 activities that I've asked you to work on for that day. So the way it works is you have to complete them in the order that I assign them to you. So you just complete the first one and then it will let you move to the second one. Once you've done 2 for that day, then you're done. So you have to complete them in the order and you can't skip around. So if you just follow my instruction, you'll know exactly which ones to do and it'll keep you right on track. So I've talked long enough. Let's get started. I just want to give you a little background about these words. So if you remember last week, I introduced something to you in language arts called first person and third person. And this has to do with narration and point of view. And that is basically the viewpoint of who is telling the story, or who is giving the words to us so that we can tell who is telling it, who does the narrator know, all of these questions that go into point of view or first person, third person point of view. So these words deal a lot with a narrator or first person and third person. So after this week, you will have a better understanding and you will have better examples of what I mean when I say first person narration or third person point of view. So your first word, it's actually 2 words, but it counts as 1 word. It's first person. And let me move my video up. Okay. The form of a verb or pronoun that is used when people are speaking or writing about themselves. So if you're reading a story and the narrator is the one telling the story, but they're also telling the story about themselves, then it is written in first person point of view. The narrator is speaking about themselves. Second word is narrator. Think, what is a narrator? I think you guys probably have a guess, right? So what I think of when I think of a narrator, I think back to 3rd grade last year. And every 3 weeks in reading, we did something called Reader's Theater. And basically, you'd be in a small group with a couple of your peers or your classmates. And each one of you would be assigned the role in the story. You'd be assigned this character or this narrator, or maybe you had 2 characters to read the parts for. The narrator is always the one telling the story, or they're the one that really knows what's going on. So the narrator is the person who tells the story. Next word is third person, one of those 2 words again, but we count it as 1. And it's the form of a verb or pronoun that is used about another person you are speaking or writing about. Miss Helton made a typo right here, so I'll fix that. So third person, the form of a verb or pronoun that is used about another person you are speaking or writing about. So kind of the opposite of first person, which I know right now is still tricky, but we will work on it. Next word is the word point of view, and it's the position from which a story is told. So that's where we get this first person point of view and third person point of view, the position from which a story is told. And I'm sure you didn't even know that stories can be told from different points of view, right? We wouldn't really have a reason to think about that or see why that's a thing, but we are going to be learning about that this week. And then we really only have 2 days of school next week, so that's exciting. Last word this week is the word persuasion. I want you to think, have you ever heard the word persuasion or persuade? Let me give you an example. Say that you're with grandma for the day or you're with grandpa for the day, and you guys have to go to Walmart to get 2 things. And grandma tells you before you go in, hey, I know that you love Walmart and I know you love toys, but we don't have time to look at toys and I'm not going to buy you any toys today, okay? We're only here to get paper towels and apples. That's what we're here for, okay? So I know you might see a toy that you want, but we're not going to get it. So then you're thinking, okay, grandma, you go into Walmart and you just can't help but see the coolest toy you've ever seen. And you want grandma to buy it so bad, but she told you she's not buying you a toy and you're not there for a toy. So if you wanted to persuade grandma, you would be trying to convince her that you need this toy or convince her that she should buy you this toy. So that is what it means, the word persuasion. Actions seeking to convince someone. So you're trying to convince someone that you really need this or convince someone that you really didn't do that. I can think back in 6th grade, we had to write a persuasive essay, which means I had to choose something that I felt strongly about, and I had to write it down in an essay and give it to my parents. So I chose to persuade them that Miss Helton needed a cell phone in 6th grade. So I felt very strongly about this, and I wrote it down in an essay to try to persuade my dad. I tried to convince my dad that I needed a cell phone. Do you think I got the cell phone? That's for you to decide. It just depends on how well I wrote my persuasive essay, right? Or how well I convinced my dad. So these were your words for this week. I want you to X out of this video when it is complete. And I want you to go right to your Canvas page below this video and check out the 2 activities that I want you to complete. I'm going to be kind and tell you what they are here so that it's in more than one place. You will be working on the activities vocabulary memory match, which is just like a memory game. It shows you the definition and you're going to match it to the word, but it's a memory thing. So you have to kind of remember where it was, what it said. The second one is called Word-orama. So those are the 2 activities that you'll be working on today. And once you finish those 2 Spelling City activities, you are free to be done with Spelling City for today. Not done for the day, but just done with Spelling City for the day.